The sun dipped below the horizon as Emily walked down the quiet streets of her small town. It was just an ordinary evening until an unusual breeze carried a delicate envelope to her feet. Puzzled, she picked it up, noticing the aged paper and intricate wax seal. Her name, elegantly written, adorned the front. With trembling hands, she broke the seal and unfolded the letter. The words seemed to dance before her eyes, inviting her to a legendary music festival in America, Festival of Echoes. Emily had never heard of such an event, and the location was enigmatic. Hidden amidst the veil of time in the heart of Shuttleville, curiosity gnawed at her, and the desire to experience something extraordinary overpowered any sense of skepticism. The letter continued. The Festival of Echoes, where the past and present collide, awaits your presence on the night of the blood moon, a night when the boundary between the living and the dead becomes ephemeral. The blood moon was only days away. Emily's heart pounded in her chest, torn between the allure of the unknown and the fear of what might lie ahead. Still, the prospect of witnessing something magical was irresistible. Without a second thought, she decided to embark on this mysterious journey. The journey to Shuttleville was long and winding, leading Emily through dense forests and fog-covered roads. The closer she got, the more she sensed an otherworldly presence, like an invisible thread pulling her forward. Upon her arrival, the town appeared ordinary enough, yet an eerie aura enveloped it. The locals seemed tense, whispering in hushed tones, warning Emily to stay away from the Festival of Echoes. Some spoke of strange disappearances and unexplainable phenomena that plagued the town during each occurrence of the blood moon. However, the warning only fueled her determination. Emily checked into a quaint inn and spent the day asking about the festival, gathering tidbits of information from superstitious townsfolk. They spoke of a bygone era when the festival was the pinnacle of music and magic, but something had changed, and fear had replaced celebration. As evening approached, Emily followed an ancient map to the festival grounds. Dim lanterns illuminated the way, leading her deeper into the woods. The path seemed endless, and every step stirred her emotions, a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Finally, the clearing opened up, revealing a scene that defied explanation. An enormous stage stood in the center, seemingly untouched by the passage of time. Ghostly figures adorned in vintage attire floated around, their faces obscured by a haunting mist. The air hummed with an enchanting melody, captivating her senses. Music of the past blended seamlessly with the present, creating an ethereal symphony that entranced her soul. Emily realized she was witnessing an event that transcended the boundaries of time itself. As she stepped closer to the stage, the ground trembled beneath her feet. The ghostly figures turned their gaze toward her, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Panic surged within her, but an invisible force kept her in place, preventing escape. The leader of the spectral assembly glided forward, a tall figure adorned in an ancient robe. His voice resonated with echoes of time as he spoke. "Welcome, seeker of mysteries, to the Festival of Echoes. Your presence is both a gift and a challenge. Will you embrace the past or shape the future?" Emily's mind spun with uncertainty, but the allure of the unknown beckoned her forward. "I seek the unknown and the unexplained," she replied, her voice quivering yet resolute. The ghostly leader nodded, acknowledging her bravery. "Then immerse yourself in the echoes of time. Embrace the magic of this night, and you shall witness wonders beyond comprehension." With those words, the Festival of Echoes unleashed its full power. Music swelled, and the crowd of spirits swayed in a ghostly dance. A kaleidoscope of colors illuminated the night, painting the dark canvas with brilliance. As Emily was consumed by the spectacle, she felt a presence beside her, a ghostly companion who took her hand in an ethereal grip. Their dance harmonized with the music, a fusion of past and present unfolding before her eyes. But in the depths of the night, as the blood moon hung low, the energy of the festival shifted. Shadows lengthened, and a sinister undertone crept into the once jubilant celebration. What mysteries would Emily uncover as the night progressed? What dark secrets lay hidden amidst the enchantment? The Festival of Echoes held more than she bargained for, and Emily's journey had only just begun. As the blood moon cast an ominous glow over the festival grounds, Emily found herself entangled in a dance with the spirits of the past. The ethereal music intensified, and she felt a strange connection with her ghostly partner. His eyes held a mixture of sadness and longing, as if bound by an ancient sorrow. Yet, amidst the enchanting display, an unsettling feeling gnawed at Emily's core. Whispers echoed through the night, barely audible but laden with foreboding. The once vibrant colors now seemed to bleed into sinister hues, and the ghostly figures appeared to flicker in and out of existence. Her heart raced, and she wanted to flee, but an unseen force kept her tethered to the spectral dance. Panic set in as she realized that this night held more than just wonder. It was a night of reckoning with the past. As the dance reached its crescendo, a haunting melody pierced the air. The ghostly leader chanted an incantation, and the ground trembled beneath Emily's feet. In the midst of the upheaval, she caught glimpses of phantoms from different eras, lost souls bound to this cursed event. A ghostly figure draped in tattered clothing caught her eye: the Wailer. Locals spoke of the Wailer's tragic tale, a spirit doomed to roam the festival, seeking solace for the eternal pain it endured. Its mournful cries echoed through Shuttleville, driving some to madness. The dance ended, and the spirits retreated into the shadows, leaving Emily gasping for breath. The ghostly leader approached her, his spectral visage softening. "You've glimpsed the sorrow and secrets of this festival," he said, his voice laden with melancholy. "But you must decide whether to embrace the past or forge a new path." Emily's mind swirled with the weight of the decision. Her heart pulled her in conflicting directions, to unravel the mysteries of the past or to break free from the spectral embrace. The words of the locals echoed in her ears, warning her of the dangers that lurked within the festival's core. Unable to find an answer, she retreated to the inn, seeking solace and guidance from her dreams. However, sleep offered no reprieve, for her dreams were haunted by phantoms of Shuttleville's history. She saw glimpses of the town's dark past, the Wailer's sorrowful wails, the ghostly leader's descent into darkness, and the festival's transformation from a celebration of music and magic to a sinister gathering. One recurring dream showed a shadowy figure lurking among the spectral dancers, its presence menacing and predatory. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that this figure held the key to the festival's malevolence. Determined to confront the truth, Emily delved deeper into the town's archives, unearthing forgotten tales of the Festival of Echoes. The festival's origin was rooted in ancient rituals to commune with the spirits, but over time, the ceremonies had become twisted, driven by a thirst for power. The veil between the living and the dead weakened during the blood moon, granting the festival its eerie significance. The ghostly leader, once a guardian of the festival's purity, had fallen prey to the allure of immortality, and now sought to bind the souls of the living to the festival forever. As Emily pieced together the grim puzzle, she stumbled upon a journal from a long-lost festival goer. The entries spoke of dark rituals and sacrifices, hinting at a malevolent force manipulating the festival's events. In her quest for answers, Emily sought out a reclusive woman rumored to be the last living descendant of the original festival guardian. The woman, Eleanor, lived on the outskirts of Shuttleville, in a dilapidated mansion that seemed frozen in time. Eleanor's eyes held the wisdom of ages as she listened to Emily's account. The Festival of Echoes was once a celebration of unity and spiritual growth, she explained, but darkness infiltrated its core, turning it into a cursed event. Emily swallowed her fear and asked, "Is there a way to break the curse, to free the trapped souls?" Eleanor nodded gravely. "To do so, you must confront the malevolent force behind the festival's corruption, the Shadowed One. He is an ancient entity that feeds on the despair of lost souls, and he has tethered himself to the festival's magic." The weight of her mission settled upon Emily's shoulders, knowing the magnitude of the task ahead. She had to face the Shadowed One, to sever his ties to the festival, and to restore the balance between the living and the dead. As the night of the blood moon drew near, Emily prepared herself for the final confrontation. Armed with knowledge from the journal and Eleanor's guidance, she ventured into the festival grounds once more, this time with determination burning in her heart. Yet Emily couldn't shake the feeling that the spirits were watching her, their spectral eyes fixed on her every move. The Festival of Echoes awaited its destiny, and Emily would soon realize that her fate was irrevocably entwined with the malevolent force that lurked within the shadows. As Emily ventured deeper into the festival grounds, an eerie silence enveloped the air. The once vibrant music had ceased, and the ghostly figures remained still, as if frozen in time. The blood moon loomed overhead, casting an unsettling glow over the spectral gathering. With each step, Emily's heart pounded louder, her senses heightened by an inexplicable fear. She could feel the weight of the past bearing down upon her, a dark history that demanded reckoning. As she pressed on, an ominous presence seemed to seep from the very earth, engulfing her in a suffocating grip. In the distance, a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, slender silhouette with piercing red eyes. The Shadowed One had arrived. The air grew thick with malevolence as the ancient entity approached, exuding a palpable aura of dread. Emily's breath hitched as she confronted the malevolent force that held the festival in its insidious grasp. "Do you seek the truth, mortal?" The Shadowed One's voice echoed through her mind, sending shivers down her spine. "I seek to break the curse that binds the souls of the living and the dead," Emily replied, her voice quivering but defiant. The Shadowed One chuckled, a haunting sound that seemed to resonate from all directions. "Ah, the boldness of the naive. You cannot comprehend the power that flows through this festival. It is a conduit for despair, and I am its conductor." Determined not to falter, Emily focused on the journal's teachings and Eleanor's guidance. "You are a parasite, feeding on the misery of lost souls," she declared. "Release them from your grasp, or be vanquished." The Shadowed One's crimson eyes glowed brighter, and a malevolent smile twisted his ethereal features. "You think yourself worthy of challenging me, mortal? The festival's curse is eternal, and I am its embodiment. You cannot defeat me." With a wave of his spectral hand, the festival grounds transformed into a nightmarish maze. Shadows danced and whispered, contorting into grotesque forms that taunted Emily from the darkness. Each step she took seemed to lead her deeper into an endless abyss. Yet amidst the terror, Emily clung to her resolve. She refused to be consumed by the fear that the Shadowed One sought to instill. Remembering the journal's instructions, she focused on the power of her own will, a beacon of light in the suffocating darkness. As she pressed on, the whispers grew louder, hissing vile threats and promises of eternal torment. The spectral dancers reappeared, their once graceful movements now contorted and sinister. They reached out to her, their ghostly fingers grazing her skin like icy tendrils. But Emily refused to falter. With each step, she repeated a mantra taught by Eleanor, the incantation to banish darkness. Her voice trembled but grew stronger, pushing back against the malevolence that sought to engulf her. The Shadowed One's laughter echoed through the maze, a cacophony of torment that threatened to shatter her resolve. But she persisted, her will fueled by the memory of the festival's tragic past and the soul's longing for release. In the heart of the labyrinth, Emily faced a final test, an illusion of the festival's former glory. The ghostly figures danced in harmony, bathed in a radiant light that masked their suffering. A haunting melody tugged at her heartstrings, luring her into a false sense of comfort. Yet through her tears, Emily saw the truth. Their smiles were masks concealing eternal anguish. The festival's past had been tainted, and the souls trapped within it could find no solace. With newfound determination, she shattered the illusion, dispelling the mirage of beauty and revealing the grim reality beneath. The spectral dancers screamed in agony, their torment amplified by the revelation. The Shadowed One's fury surged, his ethereal form pulsating with rage. "You dare defy me, mortal? Your insignificant existence will be swallowed by the darkness." Emily's fear resurfaced, but she clung to her purpose, embracing the power within her heart. "I am the bearer of truth and light," she declared, her voice resolute. "Your malevolence will not endure." With all her strength, she channeled the incantation, unleashing a radiant burst of energy that pierced through the darkness. The malevolent force writhed and recoiled, its power waning in the face of Emily's determination. The ground shook beneath her, and the festival grounds trembled as if awakening from a long slumber. The spectral figures faded, their souls finally finding release from the eternal prison. The Shadowed One's form began to dissipate, his rage replaced by terror. "No, this cannot be," he bellowed. But Emily stood her ground, a beacon of light in the midst of darkness. "You have no power over this festival anymore. It belongs to the souls you tormented." With a final surge of energy, Emily banished the Shadowed One from the festival, severing his ties to the cursed event. As his malevolent presence faded, a wave of peace washed over the grounds, setting the souls free at last. The blood moon waned in the sky, and the once haunting glow subsided. The Festival of Echo. As the town of Shuttleville basked in the morning light, the lingering shadows of the night's terror concealed a truth known only to Emily. A malevolent force had once held the Festival of Echoes in its grasp. Although the curse had been broken, the events of that fateful night continued to haunt her. Haunted by nightmares and the echoes of spectral cries, Emily struggled to find solace in the wake of her triumph. The weight of the festival's dark history clung to her like a suffocating shroud, a constant reminder of the horrors she had faced. Determined to understand the full extent of the malevolent force's influence, Emily sought out Eleanor once more. The reclusive woman greeted her with somber eyes, recognizing the burden that Emily carried. "The Shadowed One may be banished from the festival, but the echoes of his malevolence remain," Eleanor explained. "His presence has left scars on this place that run deep." Together, they embarked on a journey through Shuttleville's history, unearthing forgotten tales of tragic events linked to the cursed festival. Eleanor revealed that the Shadowed One had manipulated the festival's past, sowing seeds of despair and destruction among the townspeople. They discovered that the town's once prosperous fortune had taken a dark turn after the festival's corruption. Crops withered, illnesses spread, and misfortune struck those who dared to partake in the cursed event. The Festival of Echoes had become a harbinger of doom for Shuttleville. As they delved deeper, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber in Eleanor's mansion, a place untouched by time, concealed from the malevolent force that once held sway over the festival. Within its walls lay ancient tomes and relics, each carrying fragments of the festival's forgotten history. Emily and Eleanor unearthed a grim tale of a festival attendee who had ventured too close to the Shadowed One's true form. Consumed by darkness, the attendee became an extension of the malevolent force, wreaking havoc on the festival goers and condemning them to a life bound to the cursed event. Terrified yet resolute, Emily vowed to end the cycle of suffering once and for all. She knew that remnants of the Shadowed One's malevolence lingered, a threat to the newfound peace of the Festival of Echoes. With Eleanor's guidance, she crafted a ritual, a powerful incantation designed to cleanse the festival grounds of the haunting echoes. The ritual required courage and sacrifice, but Emily was determined to protect Shuttleville from further torment. As the blood moon approached once more, Emily stood at the heart of the festival grounds, Eleanor by her side. The atmosphere crackled with a palpable tension, the echoes of the past threatening to resurface. Reciting the incantation, Emily channeled the energy of the festival's renewed spirit. The ground trembled, and the air swirled with a haunting melody, the cries of lost souls desperate for release. But the malevolent force wasn't willing to relinquish its hold so easily. Shadows danced around Emily, twisting into grotesque forms that clawed at her resolve. Doubt and fear threatened to engulf her, but she pushed forward, her voice unwavering. In the midst of the ritual, the chamber hidden beneath Eleanor's mansion erupted with spectral energy. The cursed attendee, driven by the Shadowed One's malevolence, emerged from the shadows, a manifestation of the past seeking to perpetuate its cycle of torment. Emily faced the ghostly figure, her heart pounding in her chest. "Your malevolence ends now," she declared, her voice carrying the weight of the suffering souls. The cursed attendee howled with fury, lashing out with spectral tendrils. Eleanor chanted a counter-incantation, binding the malevolent force to prevent its escape. With a final surge of determination, Emily unleashed the full power of the ritual. The ground trembled violently, and the cursed attendee's form began to waver. The echoes of despair grew louder, reverberating through the festival grounds. In a climactic confrontation, the spectral figure dissipated, its malevolence purified by the ritual's cleansing energy. The haunting echoes subsided, leaving an eerie silence in their wake. As dawn approached, the blood moon's glow began to fade, and the festival grounds grew still. Emily and Eleanor stood together, their task complete. The curse of the Festival of Echoes had been shattered, its malevolence laid to rest. But Emily knew that the festival's history would forever be marked by darkness, a past that would serve as a reminder of the importance of vigilance and the power of redemption. With Eleanor's guidance, Emily established a memorial at the festival grounds, honoring the souls who had been bound to the cursed event. The town of Shuttleville embraced the memorial, cherishing the newfound peace that graced their once tormented festival. The Festival of Echoes continued, transformed into a celebration of unity and remembrance, a beacon of hope amidst the echoes of a haunted past. As the years passed, Emily became a guardian of the festival's legacy, ensuring that the malevolent force would never return. But she never forgot the terror she had faced, the haunting echoes that had tested her courage and strength. The Festival of Echoes had been reborn, but the town of Shuttleville remained forever changed by the events that had unfolded beneath the blood moon. And Emily, a witness to both darkness and redemption, carried the memories of that chilling night, a reminder that even in the face of malevolence, the human spirit could triumph with courage and resolve.